Hi, this is Factorio. This is an early access game. It's been out for a while, in early access state for some time. And it's actually pretty good. I've played it a fair bit before, and I've actually tried to do this video a few times. This is the first series that I wanted to cover on YouTube, but I kept fucking up because there's always just, bad luck maybe. Anyway, I'm going to give it another try. Hopefully now that I'm a bit more experienced YouTubing, I might have some success with this. But I'm going to go ahead and create a new game. I'm going to pick the Rail World settings, which actually are kind of already customized for me because you can see here I've configured the frequency of some things low. So basically the game Factorio is a game where you build factories that build stuff. And your eventual goal is to make more and more complicated stuff until you can build a rocket to escape the planet, basically. I don't think you really leave though, and that's just kind of the goal. I guess if I played the campaign, that would matter. But I just play kind of random games. So the point is you start off with nothing except a few resources, and you need to get more resources like iron ore, copper ore, stone, coal. And you use these to create then metal and like iron plates and other things out of iron, and copper plates and copper wires and all kinds of stuff from copper. Same with stone you use for things. And you basically use these simple things and then make more and more complicated stuff. Research how to make more complicated stuff until finally, you can get to the rocket. I'm going to make water very big. And I'm going to make iron ore big. That's fine. But I wanted to make crude oil very big because I played this already and it actually didn't go great because I ran out of oil pretty quickly, or at least I didn't find that there was enough oil. I'm also going to turn the enemy bases down to small because I don't like enemies. I'm going to turn my starting area to be big. That also just means the enemies start out a bit further away. But so does actually everything else, I think, like including the spawn goods. And I'm going to set all the richness for everything to be very good, meaning that resources will be very dense. On top of that, I have a couple of mods. Will this list all of them? Yeah, okay, so I have resource spawner overhaul. This changes the way resources are distributed. I have angels infinite ores, so that means in some places there'll be infinite resources, just so that I can keep drilling like a patch of iron forever. And then I have also long reach, which lets me more easily reach stuff on the map, like by clicking on it, because that's how you interact with the world. Anyway, these are fine. The resource settings I did here already, my starting area, but yeah, okay. And then advanced settings. So pollution I want to enable. This is basically the main thing making enemies attack you is the pollution you emit. And over time and how much you kill them, of course, more will come. And that's the evolution thing. So they evolve to be stronger over time and as you destroy them. I'm going to turn this down quite a bit. There we go. I'm going to just turn these down quite a bit because I play pretty slow and I'm terrible. I'm not a mean guy. I don't like to fight. So I'm just going to turn all the shit down. So hopefully they're not going to be too difficult. They're not going to get too difficult too fast. I might even turn this down a bit more. But I kind of like the idea of them sending waves of enemies at like my fortified defenses. That might be cool just as a background kind of thing going on. Enemy expansion I'm going to leave as is. I don't need it on because what'll happen is they'll just cover the whole map in bases by some point because I play slow. So that's fine. Leave all this other stuff. I don't care about changing the recipes or the technology difficulty or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and generate. So here we have a new map. If I look, it looks like I've got a coast here, so that's pretty fucking handy. So I have oil, I have iron ore, uranium ore, copper ore. There's actually quite a bit of everything here. That's nice. Stone is way over there. I don't see any other resources. And I have like a lake right beside me, and then I have like an ocean or whatever. A sea. So you start out with a burner mining drill and a stone furnace. And these are the simple things that you need at the beginning to start getting more complicated stuff later. On top of that, you start out with some resources. When you hit E, you can see what you've got. So you start out with 8 iron plates. I'm going to use those to make 2 iron axes. Because at the beginning, you can go around punching trees and stuff, but that's slow. And this is much faster. So I'm going to grab some wood. I'm going to grab some wood, no sign. Okay, so we have some wood. I'm going to make a couple of wooden chests. Then what I'm going to do, and this is probably not the normal start people would do. Well, then why am I doing it? Yeah, fuck it, maybe I'll do the normal one. I was going to just put a drill here to start drilling resources, the coal, but actually this is much more important. So, I've put down this burner mining drill right on the iron, but he has no fuel. And then you can see by this arrow here, and if I hit R, I can rotate it around. He's pointing this way, so every time he drills up an iron, he's going to drop it into this guy. And this guy has no fuel either, and this is a stone furnace. So I'm going to give him some fuel, because I have some wood. I'm going to give half to each of them. And so now you can see that he's drilling. You can see his progress if you click on him, and he's burning up the fuel. And he's filling this thing. Okay, so that's good. So now I'm going to go over here, get some coal. Because I'm going to need some coal for fuel at some point, that's for sure. And I'm going to go over to where my stone was, which is unfortunately a bit of a distance away. And perhaps through this forest. Where the oh, son of a bitch. Where the fuck am I? How am I? Yeah, okay, there we go. Son of a bitch. Get lost in a forest on the way to find some fucking stone. It should be somewhere around here. Hope it's not in the forest somewhere. Hey, come on. Hello? So this is a getting lost in the forest simulator. I'm trying to clear out enough that I can actually see the ground. There's fuck all here. Okay, wait. Let's have a quick look at the map, because that stone is definitely nearby. Okay, a bit more to my right, I guess. Oh, there it is. Fantastic. So I'm definitely going to want to put like a drill somewhere here at some point soon, just to get drilling done. I'm also going to try and make the most of this since I'm here anyway. I'm going to get some stone. So you need exactly 5 stone to make one of those stone furnaces. And you need 1 stone furnace to make one of those burner mining drills, in addition to having metal, iron plates. So basically I need 10 stone and I think 9 plates or something like that to make both a furnace and a drill. And then I can plop them down together in places, you know, in pairs, to do this automatic, you know, it drills from one and drops into the other one deal. But on top of that, I'm going to want some extra burner mining drills, which means extra stone furnaces, to get stuff like the coal, because I'm going to need coal to fuel those drills. Because I can use wood, and that's fine, but there's no real automatic way to gather wood. So you're kind of left doing what I'm doing. Fucking banging a stick on a rock like some fucking animal. So let's get the fuck out of here. So of course I'm going to have a ton of wood by the time I get out of here, so that'll be nice. I can quickly refuel some of the stuff. Actually, while I'm lost in the forest, I can immediately queue up all of my stone furnaces. Finally. Okay. So, in here, I now have 22 iron plates, which is pretty sweet. So I'm going to take those. Here, he needs some fuel, so I'm just going to give him like a ton of wood. And so now they'll happily keep making some more of that shit for me. And with 22 plates, I can make 2 burner mining drills. So I'm going to make both of those. I'm holding shift and clicking on them, and that makes all of them happen at once. So these are being built here in the bottom left corner, you can see. And then I'm going to go put it here. And now it needs some fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and put some fuel in. And then he's going to happily just start making fuel in this box as long as he's fueled. And then I can occasionally refuel him. And that should run just fine for a while. It's not the optimal solution, of course, but it'll do for now. In the meantime, we do need to get more iron going. So let's make another one here and another one here. And actually, I'm going to take back some of this wood here. And I'll give each of these half. So what I'm doing is I'm shift and right clicking, and that puts half, or takes half. Oh yeah, he needs some wood too. Damn. But now he should already have some coal. There we go. And let's drop that in here. Coal lasts longer. Coal lasts longer than wood. And then other fuels that you can make later will last even longer. That's the point. They're more dense. And then you can see that this is the beginning is a bit of a pain in the ass. That's just how it goes. Because basically you're constrained by the limited resources. So let's make 3 more drills. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these here and another one here. There we go. I don't have anywhere near enough fuel for all of these yet. So I'm going to need to sort out the situation with the coal producers here pretty quickly. So let's leave that for now. Let's grab some more of these plates. And then I can make a burner inserter. So this will take something from one side and move it to the other side. So I'm going to build one of those. And I'm going to build a few of... Actually, I need one more drill. No, actually, I don't. I'm fine. So let's make actually another burner inserter. And then I'm going to make a bunch of transport belts because I'm going to need them. Okay, so... Actually, I need one more burner inserter. Let's grab some more plates. This is why I have the mod called Long Reach, because normally you would have to run all the way back, stand close to this thing, then click on it to open or, to grab the stuff out of it. Meanwhile, I can just click and grab easy. Okay, so he's out of fuel. Let's take all the fuel out of here. Let's actually put it not in him yet. Let's take this box. And now I am going to rotate him around like that. So he's facing this way. And I'm going to put a buddy beside him right there. And then I'm going to kind of do this thing here. I'm going to make one belt going out from under where they spout, because you can see that they've got this little outlet, and that's where the arrow is as well. So that's where the thing comes out, in this case, coal. And then it's going to go directly onto this belt. Then it's going to go down. And then, I needed one more of these. At the end, anytime there's something on this side with the arrow, this hand is going to grab it and it's going to move it to the other side on this side where there's this line, it's going to move it to where this arrow is. And so I'm going to put that box where the arrow is. So basically anything that comes down this belt, coal, he's going to grab and put in the box. And he is a burner inserter, meaning that he also uses fuel. And this is cool in this case. That's what I'm going to use. So that's going to mean that any coal that's actually coming down this belt, he's going to be able to pick up and just fuel himself with first. And so actually what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put another one here and another one here. And I'm doing that because now each of these is going to basically wait until there's coal, and then they're going to fuel themselves, and then they're going to fuel the drill. So as long as there's coal under the drill, this drill will produce a coal. It'll fuel itself, and it'll keep on the loop because it burns coal pretty slowly. So these guys are going to make more coal than they consume, keeping themselves running. But now I need that initial coal, so I'm going to put half in each. And now you can see how it works. He's taking it first because he's fueling himself, I guess. That might actually be a problem. So let's move him away. And I'll take that. And I'm going to add one more here. And I'm going to do the same thing I had before, which is the box and then this guy. So when you have something selected, you can hit Q to put it back in your thing. And on top of that, you can also mouse over something and then hit Q, and then you'll be able to put down another one if you happen to have one in your inventory. In this case, I don't have any of these left. That's why it's But I happen to have a transport belt, so I could just put another one down that way. But anyway, so now this is going to keep running. These will keep fueling themselves. This box will keep getting more coal, which is handy. So now I can get over here and fuel some of these guys. So let's put half, and then half again, and then put back, and then take back half of this, and then put it in this one. Anyway, so that was a bit complicated. But now we're going to pretty quickly simplify this whole process. For now, I need to make one more burner mining drill, because I still haven't done anything with this copper. And of course I need copper as well. So now let's put a thing there. I'm going to get this out of the way. Didn't like the look of that tree. Now he needs fuel. There's tons of coal here now. So let's fuel him up good. And we're good to go. So then the next thing is I want to automate this on a mass scale. But of course, that's going to take power. I don't want to always have to fuel these guys. And likewise, I don't really want to put all my coal all the way over here just to fuel these drills. So I'm going to want to move ahead in technology quickly as well. And advancing technology takes power also, like electricity, I mean. So there's, of course, combustive power or whatever, like fuel, using burning coal and other shit like wood to generate power. But there's also electrical power. And that's what I want, because electrical power is easier to use. And so you can see here I can make steam engines, and they also need boilers, but I happen to have no more boilers. A boiler requires one of these stone furnaces to run. So I'm actually going to go make some more, because I have tons of iron plates. So I'm going to try and get back to that fucking thing. Oh hey, I'm going to need some fuel with me. I mean, I am surrounded by trees. But it'd be much easier just to have coal with me. There we go. And eventually it'll be easier to just get rid of these trees, but for now it's a pain in the ass. So I need 10 of this. Actually, no, I don't. Well, yes, I do. Because I want at least one extra thing, but I also want a burner. So I'm going to make one burner. I'm going to make one stone furnace. So the nice thing there is when I clicked on the burner the first time, it automatically queued up a furnace first. So I'm going to put one burner right here. I'm going to put a box beside it so it puts stone in the box. And then I'm going to fuel it with a ton of copper, or coal. And I'm done. So I'm going to ignore him for a while, and I should be able to easily reach that, you know, from way out here to grab the stone out of the box, and I don't have to deal with this forest for a while. Now you could, of course, you can research like flamethrowers and just burn the whole fucking forest down. That's a valid strategy. Ton of plates. And now I'm going to Whoops. Whoops. That's what I wanted. He's got 21. What's he got? 10 of those. We can have 4 more. Okay. No, he's gone. Goddamn. There you go. Okay. Take more of that. So now I have 44 copper plates on me. There's a few more. 307 iron plates. So I'm going to make... Oh shit, I need more boilers. I'm going to make 1 boiler for now. And I'm going to make 2 steam engines. I'm also going to queue up some electrical poles, for which I need wood. So I'm going to chop a tree or 2. Okay, so I'm going to make some of these electrical poles. Then I'm going to make a pump. And then I'm going to need a ton of pipes. So I'm going to make like 2 of these pipe to ground things. And then like by right clicking you can add 5 at a time. So I'm going to add like 40 fucking pipes. Yeah, there we go. So that's all going to go pretty quickly. So here's the little lake, and here's an even smaller lake. And actually it doesn't matter how big the lake is. Any water works. So I'm going to go ahead and take this offshore pump. I'm going to stick it right there. Then I'm going to put a pipe right on the outlet, just for the fuck of it. Now, it's empty this way, so I think that's the way I'm going to put my power stuff, just so that it doesn't conflict with any of this other shit. Then again, I could actually go up and then use this more as a fencing area, so maybe that's better. I would have to get rid of some of these trees, though. Well, let's get rid of a few of them. I did need wood for more stuff anyway, so that'll work out. So, this game does attract a lot of crazy people, as far as people who are obsessed or, you know, might be considered to be on like the autism scale or something, you know, or maybe OCD, that also. I happen to be a bit OCD. But I do not worry about anything like the optimal ratios of shit, because I just don't give a fuck. So, you know, there are better ways to do things than what you will see me doing. That is a fact. There are much, much better ways of doing probably everything I'm going to do. But that's just how it goes. I don't really mind that much. So here, what's happening is this water going to come in here, then this boiler is going to boil it, and then steam's going to come out. So if I hold Alt, it shows this other information. So basically here there's water cycling in and out, and here steam comes out one way. So steam is going to need to go in a pipe, but not really. I don't really need to put it in a pipe. It just needs to get the steam engine in the end. And so I'm going to put a steam engine there and a steam engine there, and I'm going to connect these guys by a pipe. Just because then that lets me put a nice power thing there, power pole. Okay, so now I have electricity, and I can string it around places. I'm going to need more of these electric poles, I think. I'm also going to need a lot of these inserters, and I'm going to need a ton of transport belts. So let's go ahead and start by making like 5 of those. That should be enough for now. And I'm going to need some mining drills. So I'm going to go ahead and add maybe just 2 of them for now. Those are going to go on the coal. And then I'm going to need a lot of transport belts. So I'm going to actually put all the rest into transport belts. Meanwhile, let's have a quick look around. Let's grab some of this fuel. 125 there. Let's put 25 in this guy. How much is there? 6. That'll last. That'll last a while. And then over here, I'm going to put some. So, did he have enough? He had fucking nothing. But there's nothing coming out of this guy either. So, Let's put all of this there. Half of this there. What you got? Nothing. New, nothing. Almost. Well, whatever. That's enough. Tons more plates, and I have 166 on me. Get some more copper out of there. Okay, so I'm building all these transport belts. That's great. I'm going to keep this working here because I do want to have some coal in a box on demand. Then I'm actually going to go here, up a bit. And I'm going to do similar to this. I'm going to put a thing there. I think that's where it belongs. And then this guy. So when I move him around, you can see this kind of green square around him. That's the area that it affects. That's where it mines from. These little guys, they only mine from directly underneath them in a 2x2 area. This guy covers a big area, so I don't want to overlap them by putting them both on the belt, because I want this to last as long as possible. I don't care that much about getting as much at a time. I'm going to put this one here. And plus this also lets me, again, make like a nice little power thing there. So now stringing these out is easier than it looks, because all you need to do is just click and drag. As long as you don't mind that it's not perfect. And then there we go, something like this for now. That'll do. Okay, so now he's going to need coal. And I guess the easiest way to do that would probably be to go through this forest. So what I'm going to want to do is make like a little path that'll lead from the coal through this forest and then end up here. Something like this, right? And then I have this gap so I can always keep going if I want to keep going that way. And he's going to need something to put the coal in. So this guy's going to pick it up. But I don't want to waste coal just fueling this guy, right? That's kind of like a last ditch measure because it's a waste of coal. And I have electricity. So I'm just going to put, well, that's not connecting, unfortunately. So I'll just put one here. And then, so he has no power at the moment. So he's not going to be able to start the process, but there's no coal for him to pick up yet anyway. So let's make that happen. Where is that going to come from? Let's say I'm going to want to go around this, right? And I could have gone underneath, but then I think it'll have to cross somewhere. So I'm just going to kind of keep it as is. Let's maybe like one more. And I think I'm out of paths. Am I? No, I have 22. Okay, never mind. Then did I put one in the wrong spot or something? Because something sounded like a misclick. No, fuck it. Seems fine. Fucking trees, though. But later on, it does get a bit easier as far as the trees go, because with more technology, it becomes much easier to deal with them. By which I mean to destroy them in large quantities. This game is very much about you versus the environment. And Mother Nature's a bitch. Okay, so I'm out of paths, conveyor belts. So let's make a few more. Let's go back up to here. So I'm going to want it to go from this side and connect up here. So let's go. By just mousing over an existing path and hitting R, you can rotate it, so you don't have to put a new one down or delete it first. So he's going to go like this, and like that. So, now there's coal. Occasionally it gets picked up into the box, but he can't pick all of them up. It seems to be only picking up one every other one, so that's nice. And as soon as there's more coming down, he's only still going to pick one out of every 4 or whatever. So more and more coal is going to make it to the bottom. So let's kind of follow this coal a little bit, make sure it's actually traveling properly. I don't see it anymore. It seems there may be a tree's in the way. And I missed a spot. Yes, now it's going. So there we go. Coal is now going to accumulate. Maybe I was just running too fast forward, I don't know. Coal is now going to accumulate here. So I'm going to let it stack up a bit so that for sure he can pick it up. And I have some on me? No, I don't. So let's, I'll take one, maybe two, just to be sure. And let's dump this coal inside my... So now my boiler is boiling. You can see that this guy's got steam filling him up. And so does this guy. And now this guy's working. So you can see that I now have, by clicking on the power pole, I get this electrical info thing, and you can see how much power is being consumed and how much is being produced. So I could output 900 kilowatts, but at the moment I'm basically using barely any. I'm just occasionally using up to 1.5 kilowatts. So I'm pretty solid on fuel. 2 of these is overkill, of course, for what I have going yet. But again, the name of the game is to automate and expand as much as possible. So now that I have power, which these guys have no power, how is that? Is this not connected somewhere? Yes, so let's fix this. Right here it's not connected. Don't know how that happened. Maybe I chopped it down. There we go. Now they're running more, so now there should be actually, you can see the power draw. Hey, you can see the power draw, you can see the consumption. 179 kilowatts for these two. I can make a lot of more power than I'm using. I think I can actually make more than that. What is this? It doesn't say what the maximum is on it. Anyway. Basically, this is the start. I now have electricity and I have electric mining going on. So now anything that needs electricity, I just need to wire up and then I'm good to go. I don't need to worry about giving it coal or anything like that. And then all this coal is just going to accumulate here. And anytime I have a steam engine or whatever that needs coal, I should have some coal available. So that's pretty good. I'm still getting plenty of copper and iron plates, though of course some of this needs more fuel, which I can supply pretty easily now. Let's give him a bit here. Let's give him and you, sure. So some of these I'm basically just filling up for the fuck of it, just to use some of this coal now, because they can only hold 100 output at a time, so I'm going to need to clear it out occasionally. But either way, I'm going to have to tear these up at some point because I'm going to want to replace them all with electrical mining stuff. And then I can proceed with making a bigger factory. So yeah, this is kind of the start of Factorio. All I've done is gotten some coal going. I should check up on the stone thing down here, make sure it's got fuel. Just quickly. I've gotten some stone production going. Where's the thing? Here it is. And this, I've got a bunch of stone out of it. He's got barely any fuel left. So yeah, this is the start of a factory. I have electrical power going. And next episode, I'm going to go ahead and start making copper ore drilling happen, like electrical ore drills drill copper, and then some for the iron. And then I can proceed with expanding from there. This is Factorio. It's an early access game. I know this has been a fairly long episode to not get much done, but that's kind of how the start of Factorio is. Hopefully it'll pick up from here, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks.